we are looking on behalf of the governor for a way to remove the deputy governor. And we know you have an issue with him. Could you please do a complaint? And then the two of you then backdated the letter to 2023 when we were already living in the year 2024.
Actually, honorable members,
yes.
There was no backdate.
You deny
there was no backdate.
You deny that you're not a weaponized youth.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want us to go then, since you say that, to page 14. Are you at page 14? At page 14. I would like us to look at paragraph C. Are you at paragraph C? Are you at paragraph C, please?
Yes, yes.
Yes. At paragraph C, you said 50,000 on 28th May through my M-Pesa. And then after that statement, you said, and next year to unmarked DMM4 is a true copy of my M-Pesa statement, printout reflecting the said transaction. Can you see that?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, I attached my M-Pesa statement.
You attached your M-Pesa statement?
Yes.
You attached it to the letter of 19th December 2023?
Yes.
So you had an M-Pesa statement on 19th of December, which you attached to that letter and sent to Sioja, isn't it?
The one I sent to Sioja.
The one you are relying on in this Senate, isn't it?
This is the one I gave this statement.
Okay, so let's look at the annexure then. I would like you to go to page. I would like us to go to page 22. Page 22 of that same bundle, the Deputy Governor's bundle. Actually, page 21. Sorry, your honourable members. Are you at page 21? Are you at page 21?
Yes.
Is it true that the date of obtaining this M-Pesa statement was 29th January 2024, as we said a few minutes ago in my cross-examination?
It's true. This is
true, 29th April.
Yes.
So when you are saying you are touching it,
yeah,
and it is December 2023, this M-Pesa did not exist, did it?
I gave the first I gave the M-Pesa transaction. The first one I made, I printed through a Safaricom.
Yes.
Again, he called me, said he had misplaced the statement.
I put it to you that you're lying.
I'm not lying.
You're not lying.
Yes.
Where is that statement you had as of December 2023?
No, that's I gave it to Sioja.
So Sioja has,
yes.
So Sioja has.
When I made a formal complaint, I attached my M-Pesa statement. I attached my interview application.
So
yes,
you are saying you gave Honorable Sioja
yes,
a statement, an M-Pesa statement
yes,
that existed as at 19th December 2023.
Yeah.
And it's not this one.
Yeah.
And this is not the annexure you put there.
This is
this not the annexure you gave Honorable Sioja.
This is another one I printed again. Yeah.
And that other one that you had is not, you've not presented it now, have you? It's nowhere in the whole of your case, isn't it?
The first one I gave it to Sioja, I told you, yeah.
Sioja frustrated your case by doing that. I put it to you again, that the truth of it is that you wrote this letter in post 29th of January 2024. You carelessly said, I am enclosing an M-Pesa statement, which then belied your case by showing that indeed you are deep into the year 2024.
That's not true.
This statement shows that indeed this statement dated 19th December by yourself and stamped by Honorable Sioja on 21st February is backdated.
I'm not getting the whole sense in it because I told you. Yes.
All I'm saying is you write a letter dated 19th December. You say I'm enclosing an M-Pesa statement.
Yes.
The M-Pesa statement turns out to have been on 29th of January 2024, long after 19th of December, meaning you did not have this M-Pesa statement on 19th of December.
That's why I told you.
Which in effect means you wrote this letter after 29th of January 2024, and both yourself and Honorable Sioja backdated it. You backdated it to 19th of December and prepared a stamp with Honorable Sioja dated 21st of December 2023.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Yes.
I will, anyway, it is true from where we stand. Honorable Speaker, I would like my colleague, Mr. Kevin Michuki, to ask a few questions, probably about 10 minutes, and then we are done. Thank you.
What's your intervention on this? Council, just hold.
Mr. Speaker, I wanted to intervene when senior counsel was there because we are following the proceedings, Mr. Speaker, and I feel that they are not allowing for the witness to answer. So if they can just allow for the witness to answer, because we are also following, we are not getting the...
Very well noted.
Yeah,
So
they are badgering the witness.
that is passed. Senior counsel has already concluded with the witness. Counsel, proceed and ask your questions.
Perhaps, Mr. Speaker, sir, before council addresses you, we were cautioned that we have 4 hours. Just for guidance purposes, do our 4 hours include the cross-examination session and time consumed?
Yes, counsel for the county assembly. Remember, the directions given was that you've been given 4 hours wholesome, which means it's inclusive of your examination in chief, cross-exam, and re-exam. So you have so far, I believe, we started at 2:30, or rather 3:30. You've done almost 2 hours of your time.
Then to that effect, would there be equality of arms? And I'm guided by your directions, Mr. Speaker, so that then the defense does not eat into our time, because that could be their strategy as well. And we still have 5 more witnesses aligned. Could we get directions as to how do we get equality of arms in that respect?
Proceed mindful of the time that is provided for the county assembly as well as the defense, as we will deal with it as we progress. Senator Okoli.
Thank you. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika. Yangu yalikuwa kwamba lazima nipate mwelekeo Mheshimiwa Spika. Viongozi senators walio hapa si vyema wao kuchukua nafasi kana kwamba ni mawakili ama wawakilishi wa either washukiwa ama washtakiwa katika mswada huu Mheshimiwa Spika. Wawache kesi iendelee jinsi inavyopaswa.
Resume your seat, Senator Okoli. Yes, Senator Sifuna.
Perhaps, Chair, then the indication would be, I don't know if in the program there was specification of the amount of time to be taken in cross-examination, so that we have a fair idea of how much time is left for cross-exam. Even the counsel of the DG, I'm sure would want to know how much time he's playing with.
As earlier on indicated, the intervention, or rather the time that was given at the point of starting these proceedings was that 4 hours is availed to the county assembly. The 4 hours was wholesome. That means you divide that time with regards to re-exam, cross-examination, and examination in chief. However, let's progress. Be mindful of the time. We will appropriately give instructions at that time, but be mindful of that time allocation as you proceed. Council, proceed.
Mr. Speaker, sir, members of the House, for the record, I am Kevin Mishuki, appearing for the Deputy Governor. Good afternoon, Mr. Misati.
Good afternoon to you.
I'll start you off by first inquiring. Are you a resident of Kisii County or Nyamira County?
I'm a resident of Nyamira County.
Nyamira County.
Yeah, I come from Nyamira County.
So if someone was to tell us you are a resident of Nyaribari, Chache, they would be lying.
It would be a lie.
It would be a lie.
Yes.
If Mr. Siochi, who moved the motion at the county assembly, was to say you are a member of his ward, that would be a lie.
It will be a lie.
Okay.
Yes.
You've indicated that you are working and running businesses in Nairobi County.
Yes.
When did you move back to Kisii or to Nyamira?
After I did my interview.
No, April, March,
It was
February.
April. It was in the month of April, yeah, last year.
April 2023.
Yes.
Okay. And then when did you go and meet the DG?
I met him at his home on 28th of May.
Of May?
Yes.
And that was the first time that you met the DG or went to his place?
That was the first time that I went to his place, but I had met him several before.
Okay, at his place, this was the first time you went with your brothers and your father?
Yes.
Okay. How long had you been in Nairobi before that?
For a period of 13 years.
13 years?
Yes.
So since the DG came into office, you've been resident in Nairobi?
Yes.
Okay. So you cannot state how often your father visits the DG at his place?
I cannot tell.
Okay. So whether that was a regular occurrence or not, you cannot say?
Yes.
Okay. You've indicated that you were employed by a corporation known as Together as One.
Yes.
Have you provided any proof of this fact?
No.
Okay. Was the money that you utilized to invest in your salon sourced from your employment or from your gambling activities?
It was from my salon business.
So you moved to, I go back to the issue of moving to Nyamira in April. Yes?
Yeah.
This was before you learned of this job at Guasco?
After learning about the positions, we now relocated to Nyamira.
But when did you apply for this job, this particular job?
It was early April. After I made the application, I did the interview. So when I came back to Nairobi and moved back.
Okay, I'll move you to your, there's your sale agreement of your salon.
Yeah.
You can refer to that.
Yes. I remember. I can remember the date.
It's in your bundle. Not that bundle, the other bundle. Yes, when was this agreement made? When was the agreement made?
At Roy.
What page is that? You can, just for the house to be aware.
256. 256.
Okay. The agreement is dated at the bottom.
Yes.
On which date?
28th April.
20th April 2023.
Yes.
Okay. When you sold your salon, had you applied for the job?
There was a communication that the adverts will be out, so I prepared for an interview.
Had you even learned of this job at that time?
At this time, yes.
Okay. I'll take you to
Yes.
your statement.
Sorry?
To your statement. Refer to your statement. It's at page... Still bundle, volume number 1 of the County Assembly's bundle. All right, it's at page 248. Yes, I'd like you to read paragraph number 6 for the House. Mr. Misati,
Sorry?
just read it out.
Read number 6.
Yes.
That on Friday, 21st April 2023, while I was working with the company known as Together as One Microfinance as a marketer, my father brought to my attention the advertisement for job vacancies with WASCO on its website. I downloaded the advert and applied for the post of a commercial manager.
Yes, so on the 21st, when your father brings it to your attention that there's a job at Guasco, you had already made an agreement and sold your salon.
There was an earlier communication that I should prepare.
We go with what is on record.
Yes.
According to the record, you had already sold your salon.
We had made an agreement, but I had not sold the salon.
Councillor Mishuki.
An agreement to do what?
Councillor
To sell.
Mishuki, just for purposes of housekeeping and for purposes of timekeeping as well, I have indicated that you, both for purposes of the case of the county assembly, had 4 hours allocated. We have so far done 52 minutes in examination in chief. Cross-examination so far has taken 60 minutes. We are yet to deal with re-examination. Now, going forward, Councillor Mishuki, remember, if I had Senior Council Katwa indicated that you will take 10 minutes, I believe you will be done hopefully in the next 5 minutes with your cross-examination, so that we embark on re-exam and rework on the timelines going forward with the remainder of the witnesses. So I'm giving you so that you close hopefully in the next 5 minutes.
Mr.
on
Speaker.
that part. Before I give you back the mic, Senator Okongo.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, you have dealt with part of the issue that I wanted to draw to your attention. We have done a number of impeachments on plenary. And Mr. Speaker, what normally happens from the chair, you give guidance to the length of time that will be spent for cross-examination. You know, this is a time-bound proceeding. We only have 2 days. If the defense is allowed to cross-examine for the entire of this evening, we will not have the benefit of taking evidence from the other witnesses. Like what is happening, Council Katwa did very well. He took us through the agreement. He made reference to the dates. Council is again taking us back to the same agreement, repeating the same questions. I plead that you give guidance for full compliance on the time that the defense should take for cross-examination so that we make progress.
Point taken, and of course you are aware from the chair, there's definitely no way the chair can intervene as to what you've just said. However, for purposes of proceeding, Councillor Mishuki, you should be closing in the next 5 minutes. We will give directives. I will give directives in your next witness. Of course, this must have been your star witness, and that's why this much time has been taken. Proceed to conclude.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we are guided and equally guided by Senior Counsel. Mr. Misati.
Yes.
We shall move from that point and move to a quite emotive issue, it seemed. In your evidence in chief, you raised an issue that is neither in your statements or in the motion that was moved in the county assembly about your wife who was expectant having a miscarriage.
Yes, I did.
You can confirm to the House that this was not in your complaint to Honorable Siochi.
I had explained to him the
letter that we have, is it in that letter?
In the letter, it was not there.
Okay.
So
is it in the motion that was moved at the county assembly?
I'm not aware, but I thought this was more of a personal family issue.
You have raised it before this tribunal, so we have to go to it.
Yes.
Have you put before this court, this honorable House, any documents to support this fact?
No, I haven't, because it was it took place in Kisii. I was not able to get the documents.
Can you at least give us a timeline? When did it happen?
It was August last year.
August last year?
Yes.
You've indicated that you made a statement to the EACC.
Yes, I did.
Yes. I'll take you to the follow-up that we have, the one you were referred to by Mr. Kato, just for confirmation purposes.
Yes.
There's nothing else you have placed before this tribunal or sent to Siochi with regards to the EACC?
I made the complaint when I came here around January. So when I made the complaint to EICC.
But nothing has been placed before this house? Except that follow-up letter?
It was the follow-up letter.
Okay. You also testified that Lucy Waheto was called to record a statement at EACC, according to your knowledge, yes?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Were you, on what source did you get this information? Where did you get this information from?
I made a complaint to EICC.
Where did you get the information that Lucy had been called to EACC to record a statement?
Through the communication I got from EICC.
You got a communication from
Yeah,
EACC?
there's a lady who called me after I submitted my
What was this lady called? This is another unknown person?
I cannot remember the exact name, but...
So another nameless unknown person from EACC. We move to the money that you paid. The transactions happened on the 28th of May.
Yes.
Was this before or after you were shortlisted?
It was after.
It was after you were shortlisted.
Yeah.
Was this before or after you were interviewed?
It was after I was interviewed.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were making a bribe to engage a process that had already occurred?
Earlier on, I did not call it a bribe.
Or a facilitation for you
Yes,
to facilitate a process that had already occurred? Okay. The nod should go on record. You have noted
Means
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Means yes, yeah.
That must be your conclusion, right?
Mr. Speaker, sir, give me just some leeway, 2 questions.
I'd given you 5 minutes, Council.
They're almost, I can see a few seconds.
Yes, that's why I'm telling you that must be your last question.
Mr. Misati,
Yes, sir.
you explained that the reason you went with your father to this meeting was to act as a witness to the facilitation fee being paid.
Yes.
Okay. Were your brothers, who you say were also there,
Yes.
also witnesses?
This was my money. This was my...
No,
yes.
I'm not asking you whose money it was. Were your brother also witnesses to this facilitation fee?
Yes, they
payment?
were present, yeah.
They were?
Yeah.
Have you called any of them as your witnesses to support that fact?
I haven't.
You haven't?
Yes.
Okay. You're afraid they'll say something different?
Sorry?
You're afraid they'll say something different? Or they'll side with your father and say that was his money?
I don't know the communication, but I took it personal, on a personal level.
Last question.
Yeah.
The follow-up that we discussed from the EACC at page 16 of the DG's bundle. Page 16, 16.
Yes?
You can see that letter?
Yes.
When was it received at the EACC?
It was written on 20th February,
20th February of which year?
2024, this year.
Of this year?
Yes.
After the motion had already been moved at the county assembly?
It was before.
A motion was not placed at the county assembly on the 13th?
You cannot tell the...
You cannot tell the particulars of...
issues, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Misati.
Okay.
Very well. Mr. Ndegwa.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Now we need to guide in terms of time. How much time do you need for...
Mr. Speaker, sir, for re-examination, I'll only take about, we'll take cumulatively a total of about 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Proceed, then we'll guide on the subsequent witnesses.
Dennis, you recall being asked a question why your mother was sending the money to you, yes?
Yes, I remember.
And you have had the allegation that this was a debt that was being paid, yes?
Yes.
And you've also confirmed that the Deputy Governor and your father had the traditions of sending money to each other previously, yes?
Yeah.
Were you involved in those transactions before?
No, I wasn't.
You only confirm that this is the only transaction that you are involved?
Yeah, this was the first and the only one I was involved in.
And confirm that the purpose for which you are involved is because you are so the matter related directly to you in search of a job, yes?
Yes.
Confirm that the facilitation fee was sought by one deputy governor, yes?
Yes.
Further confirm that it is your father who told you that the deputy governor has placed a demand for purposes of securing that job, yes?
Yes.
Further confirm that it is your father who told you to send the 200,000 shillings to Mr. Monda, yes?
Yes, it's the one.
Further confirm that during the time at which you sent or the transaction was commenced, the recruitment for that post had not occurred, yes?
Yes.
You have been asked and taken through the statement about the gambling, yes?
Yes.
Did the gambling come before you sold the salon or after you sold the salon?
It was after.
After you sold the salon?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
And that is a confirmation that one Mr. Monda rendered you destitute, yes?
Yes, it's true.
I'll take you, then I yield to Mr. Mutuma. Honorable Senators, I am referring to our bundle of documents, the big book, volume 1, page 189. And as they open page 189, you recall a question was put to you as between the deputy governor and your father, who approached who, yes?
Yes.
Are you there at page 189?
Yes, I'm there.
Can you see where we have Mr. Katwa Kigen asking questions?
Yes.
And where we have the Honorable Deputy Governor answering?
Yes.
I want you to read the paragraph that begins, Mr. Speaker, just as a good friend, Mr. Joseph Misati and I, somewhere in April, I was made to know that there is an advert. Can you read that paragraph?
So it reads, Mr. Speaker, just as good friends.
Mr. Speaker, sir, that is the Hansons for 29th of February 2023 that took place at the County Assembly of Kisii. What is the Deputy Governor saying in that statement?
Mr. Speaker, just as good friends, Mr. Joseph Misati and I, somewhere in April, I was made to know that there is an advert that has come up at Wasco, and Misati as a friend could ask me that his son has also tendered his application. Is it possible for him to be assisted to get a good job, to get a job? Yes.
Who is making that averment? Is it your father, is it you, or the deputy governor?
This is the deputy governor.
Is he confirming that he was involved in search of that job in your favor?
Yes.
Is he confirming that Mr. Misati, that your father, is the one who approached him for purpose of that job?
Yes.
The issue of reference of the word son, who is being referred to in these circumstances?
I'm the son.
You are the son.
Yes.
You are put to task to explain why you cried, and you say that you cried because of your money, yes?
Yes.
Is there any other reason that made you cry?
Yes, I lost my baby.
You lost your baby?
Yes.
While you at that stand, Mr. Dennis, you heard the speaker directing that the sergeant at Hamdas take charge of another cry that came to the gallery, yes? And I'm sorry for that, Mr.
Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, in your directions for re-examination, the direction is that re-examination be targeted at issues that were canvassed in the evidence in chief. We did not make any reference of anybody in the gallery or the sergeant at arms, and I think that issue should not be introduced.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Very well, Mr. Ndegwa.
With due respect to senior counsel, Mr. Speaker, sir, if you may.
Listen, the chair is on the mic. Guide your witness, do proper exam. You are a practitioner.
Mr. Speaker, but I believe counsel, having practiced for many years, and I have, he knows that facts in issue or facts not in issue can become an issue. And there's a question as why the cry. Dennis, I am sorry for that ordeal. Do you connect the loss of your child by any means to the proceedings or to whatever happened between you and the deputy governor?
Yes, I do.
Finally, Dennis, as I yield. At the time the deputy governor sought for this money, had recruitment been made?
Not yet.
When was the interview?
The interview was 25th May.
When was the recruitment?
It was down later, around August, September.
Around July, yes?
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, I yield to Mr. Mutuma.
Thank you, my learned friend, and thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the opportunity. I have 3 questions. One, Mr. Dennis Misati, during the cross-examination, you were put to task to explain why in your statement you said that money was transacted from your father's M-Pesa to the deputy governor's M-Pesa, yet evidence shows that it came from Cooperative Bank. Can you explain whether this transaction was mobile banking transaction or was it a direct withdrawal from Cooperative Bank? What was the nature of that transaction?
I think it was a mobile banking transaction.
Mobile banking transaction. Yes. So that then, whether it was from M-Pesa or not, it is your father's gadget that was used to transact?
Yes, it was my father's, yes.
Thank you. You've also been accused of being a criminal who bribes.
Yes.
Offering a bribe is a crime.
Yeah.
What motivated you to offer what now you're calling facilitation? Was it because you had a criminal mentality, or what was the motivating factor? What drove you to give the 800,000 shillings?
It was the urgency to get a decent employment. Like any other youth out there, we always hope for the best. And if we get a decent employment, it means the betterment of the family.
Thank you. Finally, you have been accused of being a gambler. And we have seen occasionally you've gambled and spent a negligible amount of money in gambling. Is it in your nature to gamble?
No.
What led you to begin gambling?
It was due to hard life, hard times. So it was a means of trying another luck.
A source of livelihood?
Yes.
Thank you. And that will be all, Mr. Speaker, sir. And we wish to dispense with this witness at this moment and call our next witness.
Witness, you may, yes, Sifuna.
And unless, of course, the honorable senators have a question. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Council, before you do, we have a few interventions. Mr. Speaker, I wanted some clarity on 2 issues, and this concern is addressed to Senior Counsel Katwa Kigen. Katwa, could you tell me what conclusions you wanted me as a senator to draw, this House to draw, from that cross-examination on the witness's gambling history? And secondly, Mr. Speaker, I wanted to know from the defense whether there was an admission, or there is an admission, or it is the position of the defense that in fact a crime was committed and therefore the witness is a criminal.
Before Senior Counsel Katwa responds to that, if there are any clarifications honorable members would want to get from the respective councils, we will limit per person 2 minutes. So I'll limit any such clarification to 2 minutes so that we keep time and we program as we go ahead. Senior Counsel Katwa.
The two questions that have been put to me is what inference we pray that the Senate draws based on the data on the gambling. All we are asking honorable members is to treat the testimony of the complainant with circumspection. We would want you to take what he says with an amount of caution that is not necessarily saying the truth. And that from where he has come, he is inclined to get things for free and cheaply. On the question of whether the question of him having admitted a crime means we are admitting a crime, we are saying we are not making any admissions. We are merely saying that in the quest that he has put in his letter of complaint, he is so determined to have the deputy governor punished to a point that he's prepared to incriminate himself and make an admission of having committed a crime, provided he's ready to shoot his foot, provided he gets the deputy governor punished. That is the sense in which we are raising the point of his admission of the crime. Of course, we are also saying that you should treat him with circumspection. I hope I have answered the question. Thank you.
Senator Onyonga Eric. Richard, sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's a question I just wanted to ask the young gentleman. It came to me that all the transactions you were making are all actually done at night. Was there a reason why that was the case?
Mr. Speaker, the Deputy Governor called us at his home. It was called around 7, heading to 8. That's when we got from home so that we can go to his home place. We sat there until 9 p.m. That's when we left his home.
All right, Senator John Newt is not in. Senator Halwale.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my question is to Senior Counsel Katwa. Counsel, the witness has attempted to demonstrate the facilitation of 800,000. And you have challenged the witness and given the impression that he was involved in criminal activity. Counsel, can you help me? If you want me to believe that by dint of that suggestion, the witness was a criminal, are you therefore admitting that the recipient, Deputy Governor, is equally criminally implicated?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I think that's the question that my learned friend, Honorable Sifuna, had asked, and our answer remains the same. Our position is that the 500,000 was a refund. Our position is that there is no relationship between the payment that was remitted to Dr. Monda and any allegation of bribery. It is our position that there is such a concerted effort to impeach and damage the name of the Deputy Governor that the witness is prepared to incriminate himself if that is the only measure that would need to be taken for the Deputy Governor to be punished. And therefore, the possibility is that he has not committed that crime, that he doesn't believe in the bribery, but because it is the only way that it can achieve the punishment of the deputy governor, he is prepared, therefore, to say that I have actually committed a crime so that it places the matter before you. We are not making any admission of any wrongdoing on our part. I hope I have answered your question, Honorable.
Very well. Take your seat, Senior Counsel Katwa. Senator Wambua.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will stay with that line of questioning. Supposing, Senior Counsel Katwa Keegan, supposing there's an admission on the part of the witness that indeed he actually participated in a criminal activity, would that absolve the deputy governor from the liability of a similar crime? And secondly, you said the reason why you're pushing the line of gambling is to demonstrate before this House that the witness cannot be relied on and that he has a history of using easy ways to get money. Is it then your admission, Senior Counsel, that we are not, or we should never expect to hear any truth from a person that does gambling? I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senior Counsel Katwa.
Again, honorable members, we make no admission. But for argument's sake, if it were to be the case that the witness were to say, in the state of my mind, I gave out the amount deeming it to be a bribe. There is no corresponding state of mind on the part of the deputy governor that he's receiving a bribe, because in the mind of the deputy governor, he is receiving a refund of money he had given to the parents of my friend Dennis. So on the part of the governor, his position is that he's receiving an innocent refund of his money. If on the part of the witness, then the state of his mind is that I'm giving out a bribe. That has nothing to do with the culpability of the deputy governor. On the question of gambling, I did not intend to say that the fact that my friend Mr. Dennis is involved in gambling necessarily makes him completely unbelievable. I was merely saying that that should be treated, his testimony should be treated with circumspection. You should exercise caution in entertaining what he has said and the truth of what he's saying. But I'm not saying that it is utterly and completely nothing.
Thank you, Senior Counsel. Honorable members, I'll only allow one last person to make that inquiry, Senator Karungo Thangwa, so that we progress from there to the next witness.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have one question for the witness. And the question is, I want to know his feeling that his father is coming to testify against him. I just want to know the feeling. And then, Mr. Speaker, if the witness got the job, could he have complained?
Proceed, Dennis.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, I think on humanitarian grounds, it's very sad, it's very emotional that my dad is against the reality, is against the truth. He's colluding with somebody who took my money. He's calling a refund instead of what they call facilitation. It isn't a good feeling as a son. And the second question you asked, I think, if the facilitation that I was asked really was needed and it led me to the job, then why could I be here? I would comfortably work in the office. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, my dashboard is full. You're all aware these are time-bound proceedings, and we must progress. How do we progress? I will not allow any additional member to seek any clarification. We will have a period within which to get at our time those confirmations. And I will therefore direct that the witness can step down. Thank you very much, Dennis. And counsel, proceed to call your next witness. And as you prepare to call the witness, you will indicate the time that you will require for that particular witness so that we cap the time you will take to take the examination in chief as well as cross-examination, so that for purposes of time, it's now 12 minutes past 6 p.m. You've taken with your first witness over 2 hours, 30 minutes. And what is actually remaining is 1 hour, 20 minutes. I need to know how much time will you require for your next witness.
Mr. Speaker, sir, thank you for that guidance. For purposes of this witness, who was the move of the motion, we'll need approximately 30 minutes for examination.
30 minutes?
For exam in chief.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Senior Counsel Katwa.
May we request for equal time for cross-examination?
I'll give you less. I'll give you 20 minutes.
Okay, we'll try to make do. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Ndegwa, proceed to...
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our next witness is Mr. Honorable Wycliffe Siocha. Good evening.
You may proceed to be sworn in.
I, Wycliffe Siocha Kesongori, do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before the Senate in respect of the matters before the Senate shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Would you kindly praise your names and your qualification and what you do for purpose of record?
My name is Wycliffe Siocha Kesongori. I'm an elected member for the Kisii County Assembly representing the people of Ichuni Ward. I'm a financial manager and a panga by profession. I'm the chair committee on implementation in the Kisii County Assembly, a member to the health committee, a member to the liaison committee. I'm a family man and a father.
Thank you. In respect to this motion, what was your role?
I was the mover.
You're the mover?
Yes.
You have charged the deputy governor with the offenses ranging from gross violation of the Constitution, gross violation of misconduct, and violation of the written laws and abuse of office, yes?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Why have you placed a charge, or why have you preferred the said charges? If we were to begin with the charge, and perhaps before we go to the charges, how are you seized of this matter?
The genesis of the motion that is before you, honorable senators, is as a result of a complaint letter I received from one Dennis Misati.
When is the date of the complaint letter?
The date of the complaint letter was received in my office on 21st of December, and it was addressed to me, and it was written by one Dennis Misati.
Honorable members, I'm referring to the letter at page 1 of the County Assembly's bundle of document, page 1. Is that the letter dated the 19th?
Yeah, that is the letter.
Is that the letter that formed the basis of your impeachment motion?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, that is the letter.
Council Ndegwa, just hold. Senator Cheptumo, you know how to catch the eye of the chair. What's your point of intervention?
Mr. Speaker, I don't intend to interrupt the proceedings, but I thought the witness should be able to rely on his affidavit. He is not being able to confirm to the House that is relying on the affidavit in his evidence. I think that, Mr. Speaker, is very important.
Cheptumo, the witness is led by a counsel. I don't expect you, therefore, to direct on how he wants to do it. Let him proceed in his own case.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the protection. Yes?
I had said, Mr. Speaker, that the genesis of the motion before the Senate is as a result of the letter that I received from one Dennis Misati, which is dated 19th, but was received on my office on 21st December 2023.
Let's go to the first charge that appears at page 15 of the bundle of documents by the County Assembly. That is the motion. Are you there?
Yes.
You've charged him for violating the Constitution, Article 73, 74, and 75, yes?
That is true.
Did you conduct any preliminary investigations before?
Yes, I did.
Yes, in your investigation, what was revealed?
In my investigation, what was revealed is that indeed there was conversing between the Deputy Governor involving the family of one Joseph Misati and the Chief Executive Officer for the WASCO, that is the water, the company for the Kisii Water and Sanitation Company.
What were the canvassing for?
First, there is a meeting that was initiated by the Deputy Governor, which took place in his home. And the members who were present in that meeting were the family members of one Joseph Misati. And also present on that meeting was one Dennis Misati.
Yes.
Where they already done an interview with the WASCO, the Kisii Water and Sanitation Company, for the position of the commercial manager.
Did you confirm in your investigation whether that interview or that advertisement or application was actually there?
Yes, I did. I made a follow-up to the office of the director, the managing director, and made inquiries on exactly what transpired. She did a statement to my office, which is annexed here. Also, she provided to me the M-Pesa statements because the allegations were that she also received a portion of the money. So she gave me, or else she provided with me a M-Pesa statement, which indeed I confirmed that there was some money that was sent from the M-Pesa number for one Deputy Governor, Robert Onsare Monda, to the M-Pesa number for one Rusu Waito.
I don't want
again,
to, yes.
On the same, I noted that the money was reversed again after two days.
Did you confirm the purpose as to why the Deputy Governor received the money from Dennis Misati and Joseph Misati?
Yeah, from my investigations, I noted that upon one Dennis Misati doing the interview, they went to the home upon the invitation of the Deputy Governor, and the Deputy Governor promised to help them get the job by offering a small fee. They call it a small fee. So, and the small fee in this question is whooping 800,000. But what I know from my investigation, the total amount of money that was given to one Deputy Governor, Monda, was 799,000.
Did you get to know who triggered this action as to who moved the Deputy Governor for this position? And if yes, Were you in the county assembly on the 29th of February 2022? And if yes, did you witness him testifying to that effect of the evidence appearing at page 189 of the bundle by the county assembly? Page 189. Did you witness the deputy governor confirming that there was soliciting for favors?
I was there. I heard him personally say.
Did you witness him confirming that he approached both the CEO, that is of the Guasco?
Yes, I heard him confirm.
And on page 189 of the bundle of documents, what document is that?
That is the answered report for the Kisii County Assembly process.
What is the deputy governor saying at the last paragraph, which says, Mr. Speaker, just as a good friend? Yes?
The deputy governor, said, and I read, like any other leader, Mr. Speaker, this request came to everyone, to me. Every honorable members know that Lucy in Wasco could work, and like many. Just. Oh, this one. Okay. Mr. Speaker, it reads, Mr. Speaker, just as good friends, Mr. Joseph Misati and I, somewhere in April, was made to know that there is an advert that has come up in Wasco, and Misati, as a friend, could ask me that his son has also tendered his application. Is it possible for him to be assisted to get a job?
Yes?
Yes.
What is he confirming?
He's confirming that indeed he has canvassed.
And did you confirm that canvassing, and to whom is he referring when he speaks about a son?
He's referring to one Dennis Misati, who had already tendered his application towards the commercial manager position.
In the pursuit of the truth, did you ever meet one Lucy Wehito?
Yes, I met her.
And if yes, what did you confirm that she does at Kisii County?
I confirmed that she is the managing director for the Kisii Water and Sanitation Company.
Did you confirm whether she was involved in this act of briberies?
Yes, I confirmed, because she revealed to me that indeed the deputy governor summoned her to his office and made it known to her that he has a friend who has a son who is interested for the position of the commercial manager, which had already been put on the dairies, and the application process was ongoing.
Did you confirm whether Lucy, prior to the sending of the money, had met the deputy governor?
Yeah, they'd met.
And what circumstances did Lucy disclose to you that they met?
Upon receiving the letter from one Dennis Misati, I started doing my own investigations to ascertain the material factor that had been given to me by Dennis Misati, and that prompted me to visit the office of the managing director in pursuit of getting all the information and exactly the transaction that involved them between the deputy governor and herself, that is Lucy.
So you confirm that the deputy governor did approach one Lucy in favor of a job, yes?
She did, and he did, and he summoned her to our office.
Again, confirm at page 189 of the same bundle of document by the county assembly, the last paragraph where the deputy governor is testifying, yes?
Yes.
Were you at the county assembly at that particular time?
Yes, I was present.
Kindly read out the honorable senators as to what the deputy governor indicated on record.
This is the answer the report, and this is what the Honorable Deputy Governor had to say before the Assembly. Like any other leader, Mr. Speaker, this request came to me. Everyone, honorable members, know that Lucy in Wasco will work under, like many staff who work under the governor's office, where I'm also the deputy governor. And so I indicated to Lucy, asking her, it's not clear, asking her if they had such kind of jobs, and she said yes. Her friend is making a request that he gets his son a job, like every one of us here could do, and she told me, let us wait for the process, and if he qualifies, we shall not deny him the job. And the discussions ended there.
Have you confirmed that he did confirm on record that he approached Lucy for that favor?
Yes.
Does it therefore surprise you that 100,000 shillings is sent to Lucy?
It doesn't surprise me at all.
At what period was the 100,000 shillings sent?
It was after the interview, and it was sent on 28 May at around, because it on the statement at around 9.
I want you to have a look at the Deputy Governor's defense.
The money was sent to Lucy because it's on page 99 on the DG submissions. The money was sent to one Lucy Waito on 2023, May 28th at 21, 24, 13. It was past, a few minutes past 9.
Did she confirm to you what she immediately did after the receipt of the said monies?
Upon receipt of the money, the Deputy Governor did not call her, but in the morning of 29th, the one Lucy called the Deputy Governor. And upon calling the Deputy Governor confirmed to her that the said amount was in reference to the discussions they had with her in her office, in his office, sorry.
Is Lucy one of the witnesses that you've lined up to come and confirm that position?
Yes.
Now, allow me to lead you to page 4 of the bundle of the documents by the Deputy Governor, and most importantly, paragraph 13. Yes, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Does the Deputy Governor confirm, page 4, honorable members? At page 13, is the Deputy Governor confirming that they have been friends with one Joseph Misati for over 30 years?
Yes, he's confirming that.
Kindly read the paragraph C.
Paragraph C of
You can begin from B.
Okay, paragraph B of 13 reads, Mr. Joseph Misati and his whole family were there for me when my daughter died around 2018. Clause C says, we asked each other for possible favors, and these include borrowing, number one, borrowing each other and refunding Agrofed stocks, borrowing each other and refunding money, favors like helping each other favors helping each other look out for foods, business opportunities, jobs, education, and other social welfare openings, especially our children.
So he further confirms through his affidavit that he is in the habit of seeking for these favors, yes?
Yes, he does confirm.
Permit me to take you to paragraph the paragraph 8 of the said bundle of document by the Deputy Governor appearing at page 3.
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Are you at paragraph 8?
Yes.
Kindly confirm whether or not you are actuated by malice, ill will, ill feeling, the time you actuated this motion as against the Deputy Governor. And before that, Mr. Speaker, sir, confirm that you are the MCA referred to at paragraph 8, yes?
Mr. Speaker, and for the purpose of record, it's immoral.
Confirm that you're the MCA referred to.
I confirm I'm the MCA referred to.
Have you internalized those allegations contained therein?
I've internalized all of them.
Have you seen that the Deputy Governor indicates and alleges that you are actuated by malice and ill will?
I've seen.
As against him?
I've seen.
Because he labels you as an extortionist?
Yes.
As a person who has insatiable greed for money?
That is how he has labeled me.
And that effect, he sent you approximately 40,000 shillings?
Yes.
And that he could not cope up with your demand for more money?
Yes.
And that when the demand ceased, you then actuated this motion?
That is what is there.
What do you have to say about that?
Mr. Speaker, and for the purpose of record in this honorable house, it's immoral, unethical, and a sin not only before men, but also before God, for the Deputy Governor to try and twist the material fact before for the...
What was transpiring at the time these monies were sent to you?
Actually, on the said month, I had lost my aunt, one of the closest aunt who had left me up, and I had a funeral during that period. The first tranche that he sent on on 7th, I remember I received a call from the deputy governor at around noon. It was few minutes to noon, whereby he called me to pass a condolence message following the sudden death of my aunt.
So you confirm that this money was sent to you by the deputy governor?
Yes.
For purposes of facilitating the funeral of your
yes, and
aunt?
Yes. And
did he ever attend that funeral?
He attended in person.
Do you have that evidence?
I have the evidence.
Maybe, Mr. Speaker, ask that the IT department does play for us the video clip. Which is referred to as burial.
Sergeant at Arms, please process that clip. We can allow the clip to be played. So process that clip to be
played. They can play the last 1 minute of that clip, or the first 1 minute and the last 1 minute. Yeah, let them play the first 1 minute and the last 1 minute.
Let's get clarification.
Who is that speaking?
That's myself speaking. Next to me, that's my wife. And those are the children my aunt left.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I don't know whether all the members of the Assembly are able to follow that language, or perhaps we need an interpreter.
That speech is in English or Swahili? Mr. Ndegwa.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
What language is that?
That is,
Kisii.
I guess, Kisii.
Yes.
The language of this house is English or Kiswahili or sign language?
Mr. Speaker, we brought that to the attention of the clerk, and the clerk said that they shall provide an interpreter.
The last 1 minute. The last 1 minute.
Yeah, we had sought for that, and the clerk indicated he will get an interpreter for us.
Run the clip to the end. I'll give directions upon its admissibility after.
Or perhaps could we have the witness interpret?
Senator Okongo.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, while a few of us have the benefit of following, I'm sure majority of the senators, including Senator Galwale, may not be able to follow. We'll be listening to this clip maybe for 10 minutes, but nobody will be following. Maybe you could give direction that an interpreter be availed to concurrently make an interpretation so that the senators are able to follow. It would also have been nice if we had a written script interpreting what is being said in English so that we are able to follow. But I don't think it will serve any purpose for the clip to be played while more than 3/4 of senators are not following. Mr. Speaker.
Senior Counsel, that is exactly what the chair was doing, and I've been informed that we now have an interpreter who can just be ushered in to run us through the interpretation. Kindly replay the clip, let it start, and let's have the interpreter to...
The first 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, for purpose of expediency, we can play the first 1 minute and the last 1 minute.
Yeah, I'll be okay with that.
All right. Mr. Ndegwa, just hold. What's your point of order, Senator?
Mr. Speaker, my suggestion would be, if, because it allows on the rules of the House and I don't have the standing orders, we could allow the clip that is being played to be taken by the Speaker's office, allow somebody who can interpret it, and then it will be forwarded to us when we are doing the review tomorrow morning as we proceed. Because somebody might actually interpret...
There is already an interpreter.
Thank you.
There is already an interpreter.
Thank you.
Just give us a minute so that we settle on that. Honorable members, order. We now have the interpreter in the House, and for purposes of records and clarity, the interpreter is a Kenya Broadcasting Corporation staff who's been seconded to the Senate and therefore fully entitled to support in interpretation. I will direct, therefore, that we run the clip so that as the clip runs, we can get the interpretation from the gentleman who has been ushered in. Clerk, let's run the clip.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir, for expediency, the first 1 minute and the last 1 minute are the ones that are relevant.
Okay, the first 1 minute and the last 1 minute of the clip.
Aria Sara ina Sara wekwa tumukegaria na aria matunda wetira sabana. And I promise somo sangere kanogaiga that inga ekeginga kerina rendi korigeri bitutu nindigerio mwana oyo mumura ukorokumishae nera tuara sakoroka mwabo na ndatuare asatari komigwa arebia.
You may pause there for the interpreter to run us through that first segment.
Mr. Speaker, on record, I'm Isaac Agwata. I work for Kenya Broadcasting Corporation and I'm into FM. I'm very competent in Kisii. That first, the statement is saying, is grieving or giving his message and saying it is so sorry that death has come at the tertiary stage when the auntie had all the plans to make sure that our children will grow. And so he had a plan to buy for them a piece of land. So those plans have been cut short. Maybe they
proceed to run the remainder of the version.
Let me be firm and strong. As a chairman's panel, Moerio, Yantiriani. Tingwa Kuana Manke with Anigabu and to appreciate the entire community, Yanka Gaiga, the entire family, Tonka Gaiga, Abama Meba and Bonspeak. We have coordinated.
Stop it there as well. Let's run small bites for purposes of interpretation.
Yeah, he has given his message and said sorry and appreciated the community for the effort they have put in making the ceremony a success.
You can go to the last part of it. The last one. Mr. Speaker, sir.
Play the last part. Stop it there.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, that is the Deputy Governor for Kisii. He's saying he could like to be there the whole session of the funeral, but he's forced to leave because of another ceremony that he's going to attend to represent the governor. So he's giving the message to the MCA, Mbande, that is the name he's referring to. He's telling him to take good care of the children that have remained behind.
Governor Nanga Mbande yate banga tua musira lakini ndio ndio tua liko banga lero nguri na nyoda tadilo nguri bono Governor Nantu magucha ndete elietero nguri na injena imokie chile ikomina menda igoro ne chifemera ngita tuchirega.
Stop it there for interpretation.
The Speaker, Mr. Speaker,
the deputy governor is giving out the Erongori, the support that the governor sent him. He's saying it is 20,000, and he's referring it not Erongori because it is being given to the children, so he doesn't know the name to refer that amount to.
Proceed.
Bono, inabongo chia, imbadala ngo oereria nyoko. Kiti kia wana mugakuri uri gatigati ateba. Imbande kiti kia wana mara na mujikora. Pole ya itu ya ikire ya saba senia bantu ba minto aiga. Yali bari masaba na mwenzi asemwaru gusiegema. Na baba kwirwa mole biguna nyasaye. Pia bana so ko tegera.
Yes, he has asked whom to give the amount to, and finally he has handed it over to the Mbande, and he has told him it is the children's kit. Mbande referring to the area MCA. And he has told him to make the amount to go to the children's kit. He has said goodbye and God bless you.
I think we can stop at that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Witness, is that the funeral that the Deputy Governor...
Mr. Ndegwa, just hold. Senator Okongo. I wanted to reprimand you, but you've done what...
Yeah, sorry, I'm not an expert in translating from Ekegusi to English, but I wanted you to allow me to seek one clarification from my brother. He said it's Isaac Agwata. Yes. I want him to confirm whether in the clip that was played, the deputy governor is saying they had assisted the MCA in preparation of the funeral, which should be distinguished from the erongori that he had brought to the funeral. I just wanted him to confirm whether that was made in the speech of the deputy governor.
Yes. He had indicated that they had given him support, so whatever is giving that day, it was not the support, but Erongori.
Very well. Thank you. Isaac, you are released. Mr. Ndegwa, you may proceed with...
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
And take note of the time. I'm sure you have been alerted as to the amount of minutes.
I'll be making an application for the restoration of the time we have wasted when looking for the interpreter.
We didn't waste time.
But we
did not waste time.
We proceed.
We will take care of the amount of time that you will...
We are most obliged.
You'll be accommodated.
So when was this funeral, Mr. Speaker?
It was in the month of May.
The month of May?
Yes.
Which date exactly? If you may remember?
She died at around 5th of May, so the funeral ran until earlier 20th.
So you received these monies in 3 bunches, yes?
Yes.
The first one was the 7th of May 2023, yes?
Yes.
What was it for?
On his message to me, he said that now that there will be more visitors coming to the family, and they know that money is needed for me to offer even hospitality services.
It was for hospitality, yes?
Yeah.
How about the 28th? And the 29th?
The deputy governor, when I was escorting him out of the funeral, promised to send some money towards the kit for the children, because he told me that the children that have been left are very young.
Is that the money that was being sent?
Yeah, that is the money that he sent.
Is it therefore that the habit of the deputy governor to deny the truth and paint the person speaking the truth as liars?
Yeah.
Mr. Witness, during the proceedings of this impeachment, did you conduct public participation?
Yes, I did conduct. We did conduct as an assembly.
What forms did the public participation take?
They were being conducted at sub-county level and at the ward level.
And what forms did they take?
People were
submitting memorandums?
There were people submitting memorandums. They were also coming for the fiscal meetings.
Yes.
At the various venues that had been spelled out.
What was the purpose of the public participation?
It was to get the opinion of the electorate of Kisii County on this issue that was before the assembly.
Did you get that feedback?
Yeah, we got that feedback.
What was the nature of the feedback?
the nature of feedback was through written memoranda, through submissions fiscal while the meetings were being conducted.
During that particular time of the public participation, did you have people speaking to the issues of the motion?
Yeah, we had.
Do you have those clips before the Senate, and would you wish to play them?
The clips are there.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we request that we play clip number 1.
As you do that, just for your comfort, whenever we have such interventions, your time doesn't move. But for guidance sake, you've got, I think, 3 minutes from now. After the clip, you will have 3 minutes to conclude on your examination in chief.
I'm most obliged. Let's go to clip number 2.
Samarieta, Mprovisha Mombasa. Donkor Moticho Ward, around Ward. Samarieta, Mprovisha Mombasa.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I think we still need the interpreter.
Around Ward, public participation.
Let's get to know, is there any other clip that we will require interpretation?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
So then let's have the witness Isaac here until such a time we will be done with him.
We are most guided. Then, now that he has come back, let's play clip number 1.
Nikonde no borobonga sengora munda twakoire kero kubuna abanyari bali batokorire gasi munda liba kutokorire gasi munda abanyari bali wengine county wajengera kwa maji asante wanyenge kitoko kina munda kuna jengoni motura hizo mia bane amalietana.
What is she saying?
I've not gotten the name, her name.
She's called Irene, Mama wa Mutura.
Yes, she has said she is Irene. She's asking that they have given this position to Honorable Monda, and Monda has started asking for bribes. She, like the others, like she is selling Mutura. Now she's asking if she can take the children to school if Monda is asking for bribes to give bursary.
The next clip.
Samarieta, Mprovisha Mombasa. Donkor Moticho Ward, around Ward, public participation. Omoto Koga Dobis, deputy governor. Inga was in a pass at your target. Nadeba, Naineri, Nango to Avare pass at Jawe Common at Tiro. No was I was sitting this air with Shirin, Omanya Koe pass at Quaver in Paka, over the Saba Buarengo Mobuko, Hokagan. Bononga Tigara was a pass at Ina Yakoro. Samarieta, Mprovisha.
Yeah, he is Shem Monda from Muticho Ward. He's saying when bursaries are being given out, like he was asked for 20,000 for him to be given a bursary. He was persuaded until 7,000 that he had went. Now, replay it again, kindly.
Has he identified the person who is asking for that amount?
Yes.
Who is he?
Dr. Monda.
Can you recap what you've said?
Kindly repeat
I think, Mr. Gregor, that was very clear. He's run the House through what was said.
Next clip.
Kwa majina anaitwa Kidi Mevile, mimi ni mkazi kutoka Nyakwe Ward, natoka hiyo eneo ya Nyakwe Ward. Leo, siku ya leo tumekuwa na public participation, yenyewe tumeambiwa ama tumesikia ya kwamba